奇妙で面白い。そして切ない。マザー3。
Okay. Hello. Hi. It's been like half a year. I'm a firm believer that there are ultimately 3 truths in this world. Life, death. They're not gonna localize Mother 3, bro. Possibly the most iconic running joke in the history of video games ever. It's a tale as old as time. Due to 12 straight years of development hell.
Silksong fans take notes.
A previous title doing fuck all in US sales thanks to one of the most abhorrent ad campaigns I've ever seen in my life, and a lot of other boring and actually practical reasons. Mother 3, the 3rd entry in Nintendo's critically acclaimed RPG series, was never released outside of Japan. And that stopped absolutely nobody. People love this game. People really love this game. It doesn't matter that Nintendo of America's only response in the past 19 years is constant deflection and that one pretty funny robot chicken joke.
Come on, Reggie, give us Mother 3! How about this instead?
Mother 3 is a game that has emotionally impacted millions worldwide. Oh, but Charlie, I thought you said it's only available in Japan. Yeah, bitch, the fans translated it themselves. Do you understand how impressive this is? This is like stupidly like bullshitty levels of impressive. And so here we are. We've documented my experiences through Mother 1, the very interesting moments of Mother 2, aka Earthbound. It's only fitting that now, after a couple of delays, I take you through my journey of Mother 3. And holy shit, is it gonna be a long one. Welcome to the Nowhere Islands, a very small landmass located in the middle of bumfuck nowhere. That's probably why they call it that name now that I think about it. You know, I gotta say right off the bat, I like how we're getting this little opening intro montage. It really gets me excited to see what kind of creative way we're gonna start out this game. And nope. Never mind. We woke up in our bedroom. Haven't seen that one before. This tiny little rascal right here is Lucas, a little crybaby bitch. Look, I'm not trying to be rude here, but this is genuinely his only defining character trait for like the first 6 hours. People make fun of him constantly. Lucas is the younger twin to his brother Klaus, which for those very smart and keen-eyed viewers watching, yes, that is an anagram. You're not going to get to know how long it took me to figure that out. Spoiler alert. It took a lot of time. Klaus's whole thing is that he's basically the antithesis to Lucas. So while Lucas is all shy and reserved, Klaus spends his afternoons outside headbutting dinosaurs for fun. Yes, this island has dinosaurs. They are called Dragos. They are very peaceful and friendly creatures. I like the babies because they have funny faces. We begin our story beyond the Sunshine Forest, where Lucas, Klaus, and their mother Hinawa are currently visiting Grandpa Alec on a fun little family vacation. It's a very peaceful time, really. Klaus is fucking around, seeing how fast he can develop early onset CTE. And Lucas just kind of starts doing the same thing. Look, there's not a lot of stuff to do here. Run around in the grass, fight some mole crickets. Life is good. As Hinawa takes a moment outside, she basks in the air of the peaceful Sunshine Forest. Shit! Oh my god, holy shit! Writing a letter to her husband, telling him the stories of their peaceful family vacation. Oh my god, everything is wrong. What is going on? I need help. Somebody please help. I need help. Anyone help. For in a life so joyous, so perfect, how could anything ever go wrong? It takes exactly 12 minutes, 53 seconds, and 44 milliseconds for everything to go to absolute shit. The man you see here frantically sprinting down the street in a state of absolute panic is Thomas, the local fireman and only fireman of the entirety of Tazmily Village, the only civilization on the island. Thomas's first reaction to the entirety of the Sunshine Forest being set ablaze was not to go deal with the fire. He frantically sprinted down the street, ran to a random citizen's house, and begged him to please help with the fire. Thomas is a terrible fireman. Luckily for him, this home just so happened to belong to Flint. Flint is not a fireman. But hey, you know what they say, there's no time like the present, and currently the present is hell on earth, so let's go deal with the fire. Oh, and by the way, Flint is also Lucas's dad. They also have a dog named Boney, but we won't talk about Boney for a few more minutes. We go deep into this fire, like lethally deep into this fire, battling some distressed forest creatures as Thomas continues to be about as useful as you'd expect. After a quick run-in with this strange hybrid flying mouse creature, we find and save the only two people who live in the forest. Lighter and his son, Fuel, who was like 2 seconds off of his whole house collapsing on him. This kid almost died. Well, I almost burned to death multiple times, was seconds away from an entire wooden lodge collapsing me into a pancake. My head is completely covered in soot, and I definitely harmed a couple ecosystems, but hey, I mean, we saved the kid. That's gotta equate to like at least 100 Tazmily credits. Fuel is reunited with his father. The day is saved, and in an almost poetic fashion, the clouds begin to rain. Tazmily Village is going to be okay. We tend to our injuries, and finally, after a lot of very quick bullshit, we can get a long night's rest.
Oh, God, what a crazy night.
I mean, seriously, we were seconds away from seeing a father lose his child. Could you even imagine the kind of pain that would cause? Oh, hey, what's up? Shit! Flint's entire family is missing. This dude, gone, missing, kapoof, well, hang up the signs, my family might be dead. And so we make the only logical play a father in absolute panic and distress possibly could and sprint right back into the woods and kick more ass. Not to mention this time, I'm also joined by our pet dog, Boney. He is a dog. I like dogs. I like Boney. And so quite literally 8 hours after the town was plunged into a state of absolute chaos and panic, the town is plunged into a state of absolute chaos and panic. I'm starting to pick up on a cycle here. Heading to a nearby cliff, we find shit. Luckily for us, with the help of this strange, disheveled, somewhat stinky young man, I'm not really sure who he is, he's probably not that important, we climb up the cliff, we find a piece of Hinawa's dress. No, I'm overthinking this. I mean, come on, this is a Nintendo game. We're not gonna kill anyone off, that would be ridiculous. Let's just keep moving, and who the hell are you guys? Okay, alright, look, I don't know what cult shit is going on here. I'd love to ask some questions about the cyborg deer you have there, but, hey guys, my wife might be dead, so can we just, oh, nope, never mind, we're fighting the deer. Pussies. All right, that was an incredibly confusing and nonsensical encounter that probably will make more sense after the prologue, but oh my god, I do not care because holy shit, they found my kids. Oh my god, thank Christ. I seriously can't keep dealing with these close calls. I mean, first I thought the forest was gonna burn down, and then I thought my family was dead, and I lost my wife. Speaking of which, hey, where's my wife? what? Hinawa is dead. As Flint lies in his cell, reminiscing on the passing of his wife, he can do nothing but wonder, how? How could this possibly have happened? In a village that just yesterday was so peaceful, everything is falling apart. It doesn't take long before Klaus arrives, telling his father that Lucas, since the incident, has spent his days crying at the grave of his mother. And after giving Flint a mysterious apple, he vows to become stronger and runs away. Everything is falling apart. He also completely forgets to mention the fact that he hid a razor file inside of the apple. Like, Klaus, I see the prison escape vision here, and I know you have probably developed some level of brain damage, but holy shit, that could have gone poorly so easily. Well, this fucking sucks. My wife's dead, my son just ran away from home, and Lucas is in so much pain. After paying our respects, we speak to Alec about Klaus, his drive to avenge his mother, the fact that he just ran away from home, and oh my god, Klaus is gonna die. Klaus is totally gonna die. Shit! I really don't think this is a stable routine. After a third panicked sprint through the woods, we reconvene at Alec's home and discuss our plan to, you know, not let my kid die. So, just to recap, in the past 24 hours, the entirety of the Sunshine Forest almost burnt to a crisp. There is a mysterious killer Drago creature in the woods. Our wife is dead. What the fuck are these pig mask things? Why do they have a cyborg deer with them? Is the deer relevant? Lucas has flung into a deep depressive episode. Klaus is MIA. The first 2 hours of this game has had more plot development than the entirety of this series combined. How long are we into the video so far? Oh my god, this is gonna be so long. Thankfully, it seems Alec actually has a plan for finding Klaus. I don't really know what this plan is, but apparently he knows some people in the forest, and who the hell are you guys? Alright, okay. Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to introduce you to Alec's friends / acquaintances, the Magypsies. I'm about to butcher the hell out of these names. Aeolia, Ionia, Doria, Phrygia, Phrygia, Lydia, Mixolydia, and, well, actually, apparently there's a 7th one as well, but they're missing, so we're just gonna ignore that for right now. You don't really gotta know much about these fellas for right now. They'll be much more important in, like, 5 chapters. So, TLDR, they are magical beings who live for thousands of years in these funny shell houses. They are heavily tied to the psychic world and shit. They're gonna keep showing up at completely random occasions. And oh my god, they gave Klaus a, quote, super powerful PSI technique. What the hell is wrong with you? At least they pointed us in the right direction. Hopefully Klaus is okay. All right, Alec, we got a boy to save, and Alec, your daughter just died. Oh, okay. Well, we sneak our way through the shit-filled caves, find our way through some mountains, and eventually find... Oh my god. Pussies. I don't know why this island has such a diverse ecosystem, but making our way through the path, we find scorpions, tree creatures, and the balding eagle. I like that one. That's a funny name. And eventually, that is a baby Drago with Klaus's shoe in his mouth. Is anyone getting a little deja vu here? We gotta ignore it. We gotta keep moving. Okay, please don't kill more people. And finally, as we reach the peak of the mountain, we find what we've been looking for. Now, I know what you're thinking. This random-ass middle-aged cowboy dude is not about to 1v1 a fucking cyborg dinosaur. Oh my god. Yeah, you gotta go fuck yourself. Yeah, so it turns out the random-ass dude from last chapter was not a random-ass dude at all. This is Duster, a professional thief. I don't think that counts as a profession, Duster. After years and years of his thief training, Duster's father, Wes, tells him that the day has finally come. Duster must finally put his skills to the test by infiltrating and stealing a mystical relic from a Sohei castle. Look, I don't have any clue how this relates to anything that's just happened in the past 3 hours, but we're gonna roll with it. However, before our grand adventure can begin, we must obtain the 7 mystical thief tools. First, there's the Hypno Pendulum, a device to put enemies to sleep. Then we've got the... Oh my god. Okay, second, we've got the Tickle Stick, a device for tickling our enemies. Third, there's the Scary Mask, for looking scary and stuff. Fourth, we have the Smoke Bomb. That one's actually pretty normal. I don't have a joke for that one. Fifth is the Siren Beetle, which I guess makes your opponent turn around for some reason. I don't really know how that one works. I guess because it's like a bug and like the bug is scary. And I think we're... Yeah, okay, we're... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 6. Why do I have 6 in here? We just scratch the title off. There's only 6 of them. Why did I write 7? And finally, we have the wall staples for climbing walls. Oh my god, I am such a badass thief. Let's go raid this castle. Who the hell was that guy? Anyways, we keep heading forward, and after a quick run-in with some zombies, because what's a mother game without those, we have a quick meeting with the local gravedigger Nepolite, who just so happens to own a secret underground passage to the castle. That's convenient. I made it in. I love Persona 5. Okay. If I was a mystical relic, where would I be? It does not take long before I realize the first massive roadblock in this heist. The entire castle is haunted. Yeah, there's ghosts, like a lot of ghosts. Some of them are low-key chill, though. Peep out this one at the wine party. Okay, some of them are also assholes. This dude owns a shop, though. That's kind of cool. Is that a snake? Oh, well, I mean, we gotta buy the snake. And this is not any ordinary snake, dear viewer. This is a reoccurring character, so, Editor Charlie, give him an intro screen. This is Rope Snake. He is a glorified grappling hook. I'm not joking, that is the only thing we will use him for, and I am also not joking, this character will go through immense character development throughout the story. We will get to that later. And so, through the assistance of Rope Snake, we make our way through the castle, fight this conductor ghost man guy ghost, and eventually find the thing. Oh my god, I actually did it. I found the treasure. I'm so cool. Dude, Wes is gonna be so proud of me. Wes, look, I found the thing. Okay, so turns out we did not find the treasure. Yeah, so the shiny vase that was all shiny and stuff turns out not to be the same shiny and stuff item that Wes was talking about. And you know, there's definitely some blame that can be placed on me for that fact, but I'm not going to act like you helped in the slightest! But a fuck up is a fuck up, and we gotta go back to the castle, so come on, Wes, you're coming with me this time. I mean, look, on the bright side, we're gonna be fine. It's not like we're racing against the clock or anything here. You have got to be shitting me. All right, so, it appears that whatever this super valuable, mysterious, shiny item is that we're searching for, the pig mask guys also really want that shiny, valuable item. So much so that they have now completely taken over the building and also brought in these Clayman guys. These dudes are an absolute pain in the ass to deal with, but of course, I'm awesome, so I beat them anyways. Pussies. After being extra sneaky this time, which after checking the definition online, it says, just beat the fuck out of everybody. We find our way to the final room once again, and well, I feel like I just gotta let this cutscene play out. Okay, but did I hit that shit or what? Heading past the secret passage, we almost get mind exploded by another random person. How many fucking people are inside of this abandoned castle? Luckily, this person actually seems to be pretty chill, for it turns out that the girl currently sitting in front of us is also known as Princess Kumatora, the princess of Asohe Castle. Kinda. TLDR, Kumatora's parents are dead, so while in her infancy, she was taken in and raised by the Magypsies, which, remember, these guys, I said they would keep holding up, causing her to have cool and awesome badass psychic powers, which is, you know, why she almost just fucking killed us. Turns out, Kumatora is searching for the same shiny object that we are. And since she isn't an evil, borderline fascist that is attempting to take over the entire castle, we team up and keep moving forward. And thankfully, the remainder of this castle is actually really simple. We walk down a scary hallway, jump across a scary gap, climb some scary stairs, jump across another scary gap, walk down another scary hallway, climb some more scary stairs, walk down another scary hallway, and after one last gap, one last staircase, and another gap, just for good measure, we... get sent right back to the very beginning. And so, we walk down one more scary hallway, jump across a scary gap, climb some scary stairs, jump across another scary gap, walk down another scary hallway, climb some more scary stairs, walk down another scary hallway, and after one last gap, one last staircase, and another gap just for good measure, we... And so, we walk down a scary hallway, jump across a scary gap, climb some dumb fucking stairs, jump across another bullshit gap, walk down another stupid hallway, climb some more dumbass stairs, walk down another stupid hallway, and after one last gap, one last staircase, and another fuck you gap, just for good measure, we... I'm ending the video. I just want to take a quick moment here to let it be known that I spent 30 minutes on this broom section because I was so fucking incapable of dodging a very simple object. I spent 30 minutes on a 5-minute section. It took me so many attempts that the game removed the brooms. But finally... Oh my god, I hate this game. I'm solid, fuck you. But finally, we make it to the thing. Parentheses for real this time. Wes explains that the object sitting in front of us is known as the hummingbird egg. And although it must be protected at all costs, nobody, not even Wes or Kumatora, truly know what this object does. It is an object of great secrecy, as equally as it is to great importance. So, as long as we can just carefully remove it from the booby-trapped pedestal, she already grabbed it. Where the hell is Duster? Shit! Duster is now gone, missing, MIA. Hang back up the posters. We can just reuse this one. Oh, by the way, did I mention that Duster has the egg? In what is probably the world's greatest 180 from We're So Back to It's So Over, everything is falling apart. The egg is gone, Duster is missing, and all we can do is sit, pray, and wait. I hate my job. The two bozos you see here standing in the desert are Facade and Salsa. Facade is an evil dickhead capitalist piece of shit. Salsa is a funny monkey. The terms of the situation are simple. Facade has kidnapped and detained Salsa's funny monkey girlfriend. And for the foreseeable future, Salsa will be forced to play the role of Facade's pet monkey. If he says dance, Salsa will dance. If he says flip, Salsa will flip. And if Salsa does not do as he is told, he gets fucking smited by the wrath of Zeus himself. So, you know, not really a great situation to be in. But I guess I don't really got much of a say here, considering, you know, you stole my girlfriend. So let's just go do whatever evil shit we gotta do. Taking a quick stroll through the desert, we eventually find this strange dome house thing, which after a quick battle with this random ass dog that was guarding it, we make our way into the underground highway system. Look, I'm just as lost as you guys are here, but don't worry, it only gets more confusing. That is a flying car. Oh yeah, son. Now this is what I call fast travel. Seriously though, what evil plan are you possibly cooking up that requires you to smuggle a performance monkey undergrounded? Oh Christ, we're in Tasmilly Village. Castle. Who the hell was that guy? And so begins Operation... Use a funny monkey to attempt to brainwash a small friendly village into becoming an angry capitalist society where those that hold the power control the people through the use of brain rot technology. What do you mean all of that made zero sense? That made a lot of sense. I'm a very normal, insane person. Look at me. Yeah, all right, so here's the deal. Every morning, after waking up, Facade takes little Salsa to the town square, where Salsa attempts to do funny monkey dances and Facade attempts to convince the people that they could be living much more comfortable and happy lives. The majority of the citizens just fucking laugh at him and walk away, but every once in a while, Facade gets a few bites. After a long day of community gaslighting, Facade then sends Salsa to grab and deliver each of those suckers their brand new Happy Box. A screen of flashing, blinking lights, and oh my god, this is brain rot. I can't think of this as anything other than brain rot. And at first, things actually do go pretty smoothly. We deliver a few Happy Boxes. We almost run away successfully, but it goes about how you expect. But unfortunately for Facade, shit kind of hits the fan. One night, our dear accomplice gets a call from some nearby pig masks. Apparently, some intruders have snuck into a Sohei castle. How the hell are there intruders in this place? No clue who that could possibly be. Well, someone's got to go deal with that. And considering these guys' track record, it's not gonna be those fucking bozos. We make it into the castle, stumble across a secret passage, and well, I want to take a quick moment to appreciate this enemy design. These motherfuckers are so goofy looking that it makes me giggle. Well, we made it to the basement, and look! A lever! Shit. Once again, everything is falling apart, but I actually don't feel bad this time because this dude is a dickhead. Making our way back to the town square, Facade instantly goes back to lying because it's funny. And after giving Kumatora a quick look of, oh my god, please help me, I'm being forced to do this against my will. So probably something along the lines of, we go back to the hotel and, oh hey, look, it worked. I'm free. I'm actually finally free. Yeah, that fell a bit too easy. All right, Facade, this is it. I've had enough of your bullying. Oh, okay, we're running away, actually. Okay, we're just gonna run away. This run for our lives lasts a grand total of 1 minute because turns out Facade does not play no games. He summoned a tank. Now, this would catch the average gamer off guard. Luckily, I'm a little experienced. And with the tank defeated, Facade summons another tank. Okay, we might be cooked. Yeah, good question. Lucas, what the hell are you doing here? Never mind, I take it back. That was cool as hell. Since I guess he's just chill with the Dragos and shit now, Lucas saves our asses. And with the day saved, Wes and Kumatora explain everything to Lucas. I'm assuming Salsa just kind of chills there because, you know, he's a monkey. He probably hit like a little dance or two. Who are these pig-masked soldiers? Where has Duster gone? Why did that one ghost burp in my face? That was really not cool. Was the egg really that important? Is Klaus really dead? Will the funny monkeys reunite? There's a lot of very important questions here. Nothing in this world is certain. But right now, I can confidently say that everything is falling apart. And it's only a matter of time before somebody makes a move. That's right, we got a time skip in this bitch. Little shithead is now slightly bigger shithead. So, what's changed? Everything. In what can only be described as the absolute worst case scenario, the small peaceful town of Tazmily Village has now completely converted into a modern day American city. You know, I was gonna make a comment or like a joke about how this game felt so thematically distant from the other two titles, but no, I mean, this is literally just on it now. Like, I just feel like I'm in on it. We've got roads, we've got trains, we've got shops, we've got tourism, an upper class, a lower class, everything in between. What the hell happened? The once peaceful and friendly village of Tazmily has completely fallen under the influence of some secret power. And standing in the center of it all, in the middle of the town square, is Facade. But I don't got time to worry about that shit. I gotta go take my dog for a walk. You see, the town's been a little antsy recently. Strangely accurate lightning strikes have begun terrorizing very specific sections of Tazmily Village, specifically the areas that have refused to convert into the new way of life, aka my fucking house. Nobody knows why this is happening or what's behind it. I call bullshit. Stopping by the nearby train station, we happen to pick up on a conversation between two local factory workers. Oh yeah, there's also factories now. Now, get this. According to the patrons of a nearby nightclub. Oh yeah, there's also nightclubs now. Word has begun to spread that a local bass player at the club looks oddly similar to Duster. You know, the same Duster that's been MIA for about 3 years now. So after informing Wes about this mysterious, strange bass player dude, he asks if we can go investigate because Lucas is a young, spry boy who has plenty of energy. Also because old people are treated like second-class citizens here. Look, they put him in a fucking fly net. And although, you know, I've witnessed multiple people use cellular devices throughout this gameplay, Wes gives us a carrier pigeon. Okay, fucking sure, dude. And so Lucas, Boney, and, Pigeon begin their adventure to investigate the club. Unfortunately, I am a 13-year-old boy with no money, so we will be walking the entire way. Along the way, we do end up stumbling across Ionia again. I told you, they will show up fucking randomly. She dunks our head into some mystical hot spring. Bada bing, bada boom, we have psychic powers now. Now, I would complain about how stupidly simple that was. However, I don't think Ness's explanation went much further out of, quote, he is the chosen one. So, honestly, this is a step up. Well, that was an incredibly long walk, and I only got hit by a train one time. But you know what they say, a shattered skeletal system is for pussies. Okay, so, bad news. Turns out you're only allowed to enter Club Titiboo, yeah, that's the name, by the way, if you work a full day at a nearby factory. Now, I would make a joking comment about how incredibly dystopian that is. However, we're gonna focus on something much less dystopian. Child labor. Well, you know what they say, you gotta crack some eggs to make an omelet. The eggs in this situation being completely illegal in 50 US states. But look, I'm pretty sure letting a 13-year-old into a nightclub also violates a couple laws, but that's not stopping anybody. By the way, don't mind Boney. We had to dress him up like a human being because I guess bringing a dog into a nightclub is where the line is crossed. And finally, now that we are inside, we meet Violet. Never mind, it's literally just Kumatora. Well, we're gonna have to talk to her later because a knock knock, who's there? Showtime! Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to introduce you to the world-renowned, world-famous band DCMC, a popular jazz group known for their world-famous catchphrase Tonda Goso, where they say it and everyone just loses their shit. I desperately attempted for like 10 minutes to understand what this phrase meant, and all I was met with was a lot of subreddits of people arguing with each other. Anyways, it's not really that important because that is literally just Duster with an afro. How are we debating this? And so, after a quick banger performance from the group, we sneak under secret underground passage number 2 and meet Kumatora in her room. Long story short, because I'm not gonna make you read all that, Kumatora found out about Duster's new life and snuck into Club Titiboo, getting a job as a hostess. After realizing realizing that he had completely lost his memory, now believing to be a jazz bass player named Lucky, she decided to stick around hoping eventually Lucky would remember who he is, because in case you forgot, this bozo is the only human being on the entire planet who knows the location of the egg. However, after 3 years, Lucky has shown absolutely zero progress, continues to live his fake life, and with everything reaching a breaking point in the outside world where we're just gonna have to tell him, dude. So after a quick trip through the attic where we fight an unbelievable amount of haunted instrument, we have a quick showdown with a literal living bass, dropping down and finding ourselves face to face with the band. And it goes about as well as you'd expect. Everyone is incredibly conflicted. For Lucky knows that he has zero memories before 3 years ago. He knows that something isn't right. But in that time, he's built a life. He's a renowned bassist. He found a family. And so, right now, Lucky needs to make a decision. Does he join us on our grand adventure as Duster, or continue his fake life as a bassist? After this singular moment in time, one of them will cease to exist. And so, he decides to leave it up to fate. The band agrees that we will play 5 games of Stone Sheet Clippers. And if Lucas can win every single game against every single member, Duster will join us on our journey. But if we lose even once, Lucky will remain. The rules of Stone Sheet and Clippers are the following. It's literally just rock, paper, scissors. Boom, bang, bat, bop, get fucked. Well, Lucky, it was cool knowing you while it lasted, but ball don't lie, and I just cooked your entire gang. Fate has decided, and Lucky is no more. DCMC, the band, Duster's family for the past 3 years say their final goodbyes. And with a new mission on the horizon and time only ticking forward, we have to keep moving. "1,095 days ago." Oh my god, that is so much time. A dazed and confused Duster stumbled his way into a valley. After finding a nearby abandoned clayman, Duster takes the egg and buries it deep into the dirt. At least that's what he's telling us right now. Look, I don't want to make assumptions here or anything, but Duster, considering the fall that you took, you might have hit at least Klaus levels of brain damage. But a lead is a lead, and oh my god, we need to go find that egg. All right, abandoned clayman, where are you? You know, I gotta say, some of these Chimera designs are seriously getting a bit out of hand. Like Kangaroo Hammerhead, okay, sure, I can handle that. Octopus Lion, a little weird, but you know, we live and we learn. What is the evolutionary advantage of strapping an entire military grade What is the evolutionary advantage of strapping an entire military-grade arsenal to the back of a turtle? Well, after getting brutally shot a couple times and climbing through a pretty convoluted cave section, oh my god, he might actually not be brain dead. He might be brain dead. Never mind, Duster is actually completely unscathed. I guess this guy can just tank lightning strikes. Gonna move him up the power scale. Hey, where did the Clayman go? Shit! Nothing ever fucking goes as planned. Heading forward, we end up chasing the rogue Clayman straight into another factory, where things proceed to get infinitely more confusing. I don't know if there was some astronomical national level mix-up, or these guys are just the stupidest creatures alive, which actually is not saying a whole lot. But somehow, some way, the pig masks think I'm their commander. Well, in a game where everything has gone incredibly wrong at every single turn, I am going to take this hand I have been dealt gladly. Plus, we get some pretty cool disguises. Look at Boney. Finally, we're not gonna have to worry about dealing with these pig masks. We can just find this egg and... This is some Scooby-Doo level bullshit, dude. Now, one would think I would have learned my lesson when it comes to running in places that I shouldn't run. However, lessons are for loser. Oh, no! Oh. Okay, yeah, lessons are for losers. Well, that was an incredibly close call, but on the bright side, this guy gave us his car. Seriously, this whole commander situation is actually going really well for us. By the way, does anyone know how to drive? I don't like that. Well, fuck around and find out, big man. I am the main character, and I will kick your ass. And with the help of a second flying car this time, we once again take off against the egg. And this time we actually made it, like, at least a mile before... Yeah, I think I'm just gonna walk the rest of the way. Okay, well, it was a bit of a journey, but hey, unless my eyes deceive me, I think that truck just pooped out our target. So finally, for real this time, we get the egg. Thanks for not losing it, Duster. Shortly after picking up the egg, it begins radiating some glowing energy, and Duster, he gets his memories back. Now, I would call this some Ex Machina level bullshit. However, it turns out this is actually really good secret foreshadowing, but you don't get to know that for like another 20 hours. Following that whole debacle, another flying car, this is the third one this time, keep that in mind, as a nearby pig mask tells us that we are needed at the Thunder Tower. I have no idea why they think that I'm their leader, but hey, sure. He also decides not to let us drive, which, yeah, that's probably a good play. I mean, check out this fucking masterclass in driving. This dude, it's a drift! Yeah, so remember all of those really conveniently placed lightning strikes from like 2 chapters ago? Turns out, these fucking psychopaths own a lightning cannon. Don't know where they got the money. Don't know how this is even physically possible, but we just drove a flying car, so I should probably be quiet. Well, for whatever reason, I guess I'm needed in the generator room, so... let's just keep going. After running through a bunch of random labs, we cross paths with the last face I ever want to see. Oh, no. Hey, Facade. Yeah, he sees through our bullshit immediately. Well, he is currently standing in the direct line of the exit, so I guess we just gotta go up. After running for our lives through a shit ton of random scaffolding where we fight these funny-looking little nail enemies, this is one of my favorite enemy designs. I'm gonna add that guy to the board. We eventually find our way to a playroom. This moment is weird. At the top of Thunder Tower, high above the clouds, sitting almost like a luxury suite, is a playroom. A child's playroom filled with bikes, bats, toys, a fucking ancient mummy. Okay, that's kind of weird. And right next to the exit encased in a small display case. An item only known as Friends Yo-Yo. So we beat the shit out of the robot maid and we steal it. Look, I said lessons were for losers and I'm not going to start learning them now. Well, this has been an incredibly strange encounter, but there is an angry banana-eating man. Have I mentioned that Facade eats a lot of bananas? Currently chasing my ass. Let's just keep moving. And so, after a few more ladders, we make our way to the generator room, which I don't think the tower is very happy about because the generator instantly transforms into a killing machine attempting to attack us. Now, is it a good idea to destroy the entire mainframe of a giant skyscraper when I am standing on the top floor of it? No. However, I didn't really consider that at the time. Yep, okay, there we go. The whole building is falling apart. Well, with literally nowhere else to run, let's go to the roof. Okay, look, Facade, maybe we were a little out of line here, but can we at least talk for a second? I really don't feel like we're in a safe space to get into a fight right now. Oh, never mind. They're gonna blow the entire tower up. Oh my god, I'm gonna die. Leaving us to our own devices, Facade calls himself an escape helicopter, and oh my god, it's actually over. We're gonna die. We're gonna die. Are you fucking kidding me? Well, Facade is dead. Packwatch, rest in piss, bozo. I am not too upset about this one. And with the whole tower crumbling beneath us, Rope Snake to the rescue. We are out of this bitch. Unfortunately, it turns out that Rope Snake cannot hold the weight of 4 people, and shit. Every single bone in my body is broken. Well, Boney, after 3 years of biding our time, we got hit by a train, worked a 9 to 5, snuck into a nightclub, found our friends, found the egg, lost the egg, almost got hit by a car, broke another car, found the egg, robbed a child, destroyed a tower, witnessed a death, almost witnessed our own death, reunited with our dead mother, fell off a cliff, and what have we accomplished? We just fell from a helicopter. Are either of these two people alive? Probably not. Oh my god. At least fucking Facade died. That was kind of awesome. God, is it too much to ask for just a single moment to go by without any stupid bullshit? The answer is yes. Hey, Ionia. You guys remember Ionia. We saw her that one time. And then that other time. Why are you tied up to a bridge? After a quick 90-degree rotation, Ionia explains that while casually chilling in his awesome seashell house, she was attacked, kidnapped, and thrown onto a bridge against her will. Now, this is the part where you would say, Charlie, does this actually have any relevance to anything that's happened so far through this game? And I would say to you, oh my god, buckle up. With absolutely zero time to explain, he tells us that we need to get to Aeolia's house immediately. That was the one that we went to earlier. Okay, I don't know why you're acting like she's going to die, but considering that nothing has gone our way at all this game, I'm going to assume that she is going to die. Okay, look, she's fine. She died. Instead of explaining literally anything at all, Ionia tells us that we need to get to Asohe Castle immediately. And as we make our way through secret passage number 3, grab some popcorn, because we're about to go through a lot of exposition. I am not joking. The Nowhere Islands, you know, the giant peaceful, okay, used to be peaceful landmass that we spent the last 12 hours causing absolute chaos within. Look, there's my house! You see, a couple thousand years ago, this island was home to an ancient beast known as the Dark Dragon. A being so incredibly large and powerful that it was the size of the entire island itself. So, like, second place to your mom. Thankfully, the Dark Dragon was a peaceful and kind creature. However, I guess this dude is also, like, a super mega traditionalist, because the second that humanity started advancing technologically, he went, oh my god, I don't like that, and killed everyone. This then caused the islands to plunge into a state of absolute chaos and destruction, until these guys, known as the Magical Magypsies, made themselves seen. It wasn't actually these ones specifically, it was their, like, great-great-grandparents, but I don't have the budget to make custom sprites, so can you just imagine that these guys are their grandparents? And through the power of what is known as the 7 magical needles, the Magypsies successfully trapped the dragon under the island, sealing him and putting him to sleep for thousands and thousands of years. So now we're gonna fast forward to the modern day. Thanks to the immense power of the dragon and its constantly emanating aura, yes, I said the funny word, you can clap now, the Nowhere Islands have become a hotspot of absolute magical power. However, shit is not as sweet as it seems, because apparently there was this itty-bitty little prophecy that somebody spoke of, that apparently one day, thousands of years in the future, a mysterious man will arrive at the islands with the power to pull the needles. You know, to wake the sleeping dragon up from the earth. That's not a good thing, because according to this prophecy, when the dragon finally awakes, he will take on the personality of whoever brought him back to life. And through his incredible magic power, he will reshape the planet as we know it into a brand new world. Holy shit, this guy's might be a little powerful. So, basically, let's do a little math here. If evil dude pulls needle, that equals big, evil, scary, no dragon. And the entire world will probably end. However, cool, awesome, chill dude equals cool, chill, and awesome dragon who will probably rebuild the planet into like a peaceful utopia or some shit. I don't know. I'm just spitballing. It is also important to note that ultimately each of these 7 needles are tied to each of the 7 Magypsies. So when said needle puller pulls said needle, that specific Magypsy that owns the needle will cease to exist. And basically all of that is to say, oh my god, somebody pulled the needle. Rest in peace, Aeolia. It was cool for like 2 times that I spoke to you. Yeah, the prophecy was real. There is now a mysterious man on a mission sprinting across the islands pulling the needles, and there is absolutely nothing we can do about it. Okay, I'm lying. In a strange, inexplicable twist of fate, Ionia senses that for some fuck it, why not reason, Lucas also has the power to pull these needles. And since Lucas is what we would deem as a low-key and chill dude, it would be a lot more preferable if the dragon took on Lucas's personality than the mysterious wild card man who is currently running around the islands. Meaning that now we have our mission. Find and track down the remaining 6 needles, pull them from the ground, and as long as we pull the majority, the dragon will take on our personality, and who knows what happens next. Unfortunately, we are already trailing by 1, so we should probably stop with the exposition and actually get moving. Editor Charlie, put up a graphic. That looks awesome. Okay. If I was some magical, mystical needle thingy, where would I be? Who the hell leaves their phone lying on the ground? Hello? This is incredibly useful information. All right, Boney, we've got a mission. We've got a place to go. Let's begin our... Oh, shit. Hold on. We're in the graveyard. Making a quick detour to Hinawa's grave, we find Nipolite standing there, waiting for Flint. Look for Klaus. Visit Hinawa's grave. Look for Klaus. Visit Hinawa's grave. His only salvation is you, Lucas. After taking a moment, paying our respects, Nipolite turns to us and tells us that Flint had a gift for us. A good luck charm that he's treasured since the day he was a boy at— oh, yeah, okay, there's the Franklin badge. As I was saying, taking our way back down the Tasmilly Railroad— I decided to actually take the train this time— directly west of the Club Titiboo entrance sits a building known only as the Chimera Lab. Okay, so, you know, like all of those abomination to nature freakazoid fucking creature things we've been fighting this entire game? Yeah, so they make all of them here. Luckily for Lucas, it seems that the only guy guarding the entrance has literally no clue who he is, and so he just kind of lets us inside, and after a quick trip to the locker room, don't know how we keep getting away with this one, we begin our search for the needle. And let me tell you, this place is just absolutely wild. They've got Dragos encased in ice, they've got this whole massive museum, they've even got... What the fuck? So no, I don't have anything. So quick refresher, folks, because it has been over half a year. The man currently hiding within the confines of this trash can, staring face to face with Lucas, is Dr. Andonuts, the world's smartest man, who you may recognize from the other game. Okay, so first we had the whole yo-yo situation that set off a couple red flags. But now Dr. Andonuts, father of Jeff the war criminal from Say It With Me, folks, Earthbound is sitting in front of me in a trash can, and what the hell is going on? Is Onit still around? How far away are we from Onit? Is Ness gonna be here? Where's Ninten? I want to kick that dude's ass. It also doesn't help that he's being vague as shit, saying that apparently he's been abducted against his will to perform various types of chimera research, and that currently he is a bit preoccupied, which roughly translates to, go away, random child, I don't want to speak to you. Now, I wish I had literally any time at all to contemplate what just transpired in front of my eyes, but I can't because, oh my god, it's the funny monkey. Unfortunately, because Lucas is still a 13-year-old boy with the processing power of a Game Boy Advance, he doesn't make the mental connection that approaching the wild monkey with a pig mask on is probably gonna scare the shit out of it. And so begins our fun, friendly little game of hide and seek. I'm completely fucking with you guys. Everything goes to shit. After randomly getting jumped by an escaped chimera creature, it turns out that a few of the cage monsters have just broken out of their confinement. Now, luckily, it seems that the whole situation is pretty under control, except, you know, I think it's better if I let the guy speak for himself.
Hey, cute part-timer.
Don't call me that.
There's actually still one more that's lurking around here somewhere. One that's way more dangerous than that one just now. If, while looking for the monkeys, you happen to see a red thing with a gigantic mouth, get the heck out of there! Alright, be careful now.
Am I going to die? Making our way back into the halls, following the sound of one massive roar. The music cuts. It is dead silent. The air only filled with the sounds of soldiers screaming and this mysterious beast roaring in anger. I love this section so much. Oh my god, I love this section. The ultimate chimera, which you may recognize as that one stage hazard from the really shitty Smash Bros. Stage, is a completely immortal, unstoppable killing machine. Why would you make that? One that, due to what I can only assume was a galactic level fuck-up, is now freely roaming the halls of the facility while we're looking for the monkey. And so begins our absolutely terrifying game of hide and seek, searching up and low, far in between, and you know, after a couple of rough encounters, we find what we've been looking for. Unfortunately, so did the other guy. I love the funny monkey. Salsa saves the day. Andonuts promises to devote the rest of his life to only doing good. And after leaving the facility through the help of another funny monkey dance, Salsa unlocks a secret passage. Bada bing, bada boom. Oh my god, we found it. And oh my god, you're alive? There's no chance all four of us survive that fall. I'm just gonna assume Duster is dead. This is Doria, the second sister and the owner of the second needle. Heading out to her garden, we find what I can only describe as the stupidest shit I have ever seen in my life. Get this. Sitting in Doria's garden are two identically sized holes. One is filled with water, the other one is completely empty. I want you to guess which one the needle is in. Okay, so let me get this straight. The only way we can gain access to the second needle is by finding a way to transfer all water from the first hole to the second hole. Because I guess Lucas is just completely incapable of holding his breath for like 20 seconds. I don't even know how we're gonna find a device to do this. This is such an incredibly specific task. I hate you. I am quickly beginning to question if I am the crazy one. Thanks to the assistance of the newly reformed Dr. Andonuts, we gain access to his 3 newest chimeras. Drumroll, please. First, we have the Dry Guy. By utilizing both airtake and jet engine technology, it can dry anything within mere moments, including long hair, afros, panties, and Asian beauties. Dog, I'm like 13. I I don't think this is working. But fear not, because we can always count on the Bucket Brothers. Through a combination of both cutting-edge dough and Clayman technology, they have, buckets. Endonauts, please, man, I really need you to work with me here. These aren't really cutting it. Finally, we have the Pump Chimera, an extraordinarily ordinary creature that's only really useful when you need to transfer something from one place to another, such as pond water. Endonauts, I'm going to break your skull. Yay! Finally, with nothing left standing in our way, we approach the needle, grab the needle, and pull it from the earth. I mean, hey, all the water shit aside, at least we got Kumatora back. That's pretty cool. Bye, Salsa. It was cool seeing you again. Good job getting your girlfriend back. God, that whole ultimate chimera situation was fucking crazy. Hopefully Lucas doesn't deal with any more traumatic experiences throughout this game. And with the second needle pulled, what better time than now to play my new favorite game? How long until the next random bullshit happens? The game. Okay, just start the timer. 8 seconds. All right, clinch your assholes, because this one's gonna be a stretch. Do you remember the very, very beginning of this game when I made a little offhand comment about a mole cricket? Run around in the grass, fight some mole crickets. You will never believe who I just ran into. Standing in front of Lucas, because, of course, is the same mole cricket that Lucas and Klaus used to beat up for fun when they were young children. So apparently the mole crickets in this game are actually very advanced creatures. And apparently this singular moment haunted Mr. Mole Cricket so much that he devoted his life to a 3-year-long training montage, mastering the art of combat. So one day he could find Lucas, take him to the mole cricket civilization, and allow the mole cricket elder to bear witness as he gets one shot by us. Look, dude, I respect the devotion and all that, but your species is comparable in size to a singular raisin. I don't know what you thought. What did you think was going to happen? And now that we have successfully solidified ourselves as chaotic and terrifying gods of destruction, we agreed to befriend the mole crickets. And why is this all relevant? Oh, wait, never mind. They know where the next needle is. I'm not gonna bore you with the next incredibly tedious maze section where we just kind of hug right for a while. Welcome to the Snow-Cap Mountains. 2 things to note here. 1, it is absolutely cold as shit. And 2, there are snowboarding yetis. This is the most hell yeah thing I have ever seen in my life. And hey, disregarding the whole obnoxious ass maze section, this was so much simpler than last time. And it is here where we meet sister number 3, Lydia. Her whole shtick is that she just kind of chills up on the mountains and takes care of the animals up here. So she has a bunch of pet bunnies. Very cool, very chill. You get a stamp of approval. I mean, look, he even found and rescued a random pig mask who was dying of hypothermia. Wait. Why is there a pig mask in the mountains? Oh, shit. Please don't pull the needle. Please don't pull the needle. Oh! Not a single word is spoken. Standing there, stoic and emotionless, a being known simply the Masked Man. A mindless soldier with only one singular goal in mind. Pull the needles. Yeah, so, turns out the guy that we're racing against here is a soulless, mindless, cyborg soldier with nothing but hate in his heart. Oh my god, he cannot wake up the dragon. Can the situation get any worse? I didn't think it could, and then he brought in a robot gorilla. And also he can fly. Oh god. Well, we kicked the gorilla's ass, but I don't know how we're gonna beat a guy that can fly. Sorry, Lydia, I fumbled. On the bright side, the pig mask decided to take care of her bunnies. That's cool. But I don't got bunny time right now. The world might be ending. And so we head off the mountain in... Okay, listen. I know I've made a lot of jokes throughout this video about how we continuously manage to survive seemingly impossible to survive situations. But like... we're unscathed. Is Mother 3 all a dream? Well, at least we're back in Tasmilly, and it seems that, somebody left a message for us. Oh, God, I know that font. Thanks to the assistance of a mysterious coffee table with legs. Can't believe that is normal to me at this point. We make our way deep into the highway system, branching off into a cave, and yeah, this was inevitable. Saturn Valley, come on now, you remember these guys. Mr. Saturns, beings of absolute peace and professional font destroyers, are once again in the game. Because they're funny. They're also being tortured. Okay, now you've crossed a fucking line. Look at this shit, dude. They brought in robots that tell scary stories. Look at this thing. He doesn't like scary stories. Oh, and also they got Duster. I'm just gonna push that to the side. I mean, I gotta give this dude his flowers, even after, you know, numerous moments of bullshit. He still has the egg. And look, they even got the piece of shit that almost killed us. Hi, Rope Snake. Bye-bye. You're not coming with me. After saving all the Mr. Saturns from the evil, scary, spooky devices, it turns out that they were captured and tortured because they know the location of the next needle. And so, as a thank you for helping us, they point us in the right direction, both literally and physically. And oh my God, is it hot in here or is it just me? Bang! God, we are really cruising now. How did I say this one earlier? Phrygia? Freaky. Okay, we're gonna go Meet Phrygia, the fourth sister, whose main shtick is that she is very sleepy. Luckily for us, she did leave a sign behind, blah, 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 the needles in the volcano. Okay, bye. You know, I gotta say, the timer's actually been going on for a pretty long time now, and, hey, Facade. Just gonna set that one back to 0. So, I guess Facade didn't get the memo that everybody's bones are supposed to be made out of literal steel, because unlike him, her, or him, yeah, he's not doing the best. Facade got, what I can only describe as straight-up RoboCop. He is now a robot-flying cyborg guy who even has an interpreter now because, you know, his mouth is kind of busy. Anyways, this fight is obnoxious as shit. It basically culminates into Facade randomly starts smirking and then throws a shitload of bombs at you, which does not feel very great. But hey, we kick his ass, he flies away. Something tells me that is not the last time we're gonna see this guy. But hey, that's irrelevant right now because needle number 4 is ours, and thank God, because this is way too close for comfort. And hey, to make things even better, Phrygia, unlike literally every other Magypsy, actually knows the locations of the rest of the needles. Oh my God, you are my favorite. 3 needles remain. One sits at the peak of Tane Tane Island, an island that sits directly south of Tasmilly Village. Another in the oh, Jesus Christ. In the Chupi Chup-Yoi temple deep inside of the Oriander Mountains. And the final needle is missing. Yeah, so who remembers 15 hours ago when Flint and Alec went to the Magypsy party and one of them said, actually, apparently there's a 7th one as well, but they're missing, so we're just gonna ignore that for right now. Yeah, it might be time to stop ignoring that fact. Well, for now, let's just head forward and focus on what we actually can do, which is, absolutely nothing. Yeah, so I guess they just completely barricaded us off of the rest of society. Well, I guess we might as well take a break because, yeah, I don't know how we're gonna deal with that. All right, that was a good mental reset. Anyways, how the hell are we getting out of here? Oh, we are so cooked. Okay, so the Saturns put a bunch of birds into a cage, attached a rope, and we're just gonna hold on and hope for the best. I'm gonna die. How is this even gonna work? Is this rope even sturdy? Is this gonna get us all the way there? Oh no. Oh my God, guys, look, Rope Snake! He's doing it! He's actually doing it! I hate you. Well, hey, on the bright side, at least we made it to the beach. The only question now is, how are we gonna cross the ocean? Boat? No. Swim? No. We're gonna walk across the ocean floor. I'm seriously reaching my limit here. Anyone remember the pond? I sure remember the pond. Lucas, what's going on here? Have you been fucking with me, Lucas? But finally, I think we're in the clear. Ugh. Oh, God, my head. Okay. That was a little rough. Anyone got food? I think I gotta eat something where we're not doing too hot right now. Oh. Energizing mushrooms. Don't eat too many. Yeah, we'll be fine. I mean, it's just a little snack, right? What's the worst that a little snack could do? I don't know who put that sign there, but he has no idea what he's talking about. I mean, I feel just great. Isn't that right, Flint? Oh, no. Okay, we might be a little geeked right now, but that's okay. I'm okay. Oh, my God, that's Klaus. Nope, never mind. Definitely not Klaus. Okay, there's a bath. That's good. A nice bath always fixes you up. Ah. I am sitting in poop. Yeah, hey, Lucas here. Just a quick suggestion I'm gonna throw out on the table. You know that cute little sign you got next to the flowers? The one that says, don't eat too many? Yeah, we're gonna scratch that, and we're gonna replace that with, causes severe hallucinations. I don't know, I'm just kind of, you know, throwing some ideas here. I smell like shit! This is Mixolydia, sister number 5. You know the fucking routine at this point. All right, Lucas. You just gotta pull the needle. Okay. I hear the music. I think the bad guys are coming. We should pull the needle, Lucas. You have a red carpet? That is the most pretentious shit I have ever seen. You know, I feel like we definitely had ample time to avoid this. Now, this is usually the point in time where I would say there's no use crying over spilt milk. But, you know, when the main character quite literally took the milk and chucked it at a wall and let it explode, I feel like that's not really applicable here. Making our way back to the shore, you know, I'm a little panicked right now, considering if they pull another needle, the entire planet as we know it is probably gonna cease to exist. So we get off the island, do a quick hop skip through the woods, a few caves, and look! It's Ionia! Hey, Ionia, I would love to talk to you, but, you know, fate of the planet situation here. We're gonna need to go pull that needle. Alright, yeah, you know, I was wondering when I was gonna get that. Alright, time to go pull this needle, and yeah, I can't say I'm surprised. Look, dude, can we at least try to talk this out? I'm really not trying to. What a convenient time for me to get a Franklin badge. You know, it felt pretty cool watching the dickhead cyborg fly backwards in pain, but, you know, I think I might have pissed him off. Gonna have to give a shout out to the power of friendship on this one. I know you are a cyborg killing machine and shit, but come on, dude, you were not going to 1v4 us. Pussy. And so we climb the stairs up to needle number 6, which, by the way, this is a lot more presentation than, like, any of the other ones had. Ionia shows up one last time and, in the most violent way possible, teaches Kumatora the funny Smash Bros move. Bada bing, bada boom. And so we pull the thing, we get needle number 6, and yeah, you know, I can't say I'm surprised that it's coming down to the wire like this. As we say our final goodbyes to Ionia, she tells us that we must see this to the end. And with absolutely zero clue where we're going next, God damn it, this is going to be a difficult finale. Porky? Does that say Porky? Oh my god, that says Porky. You remember Porky? Fucking Porky? We should put a heart rate monitor on these videos. Oh no, maybe we should take that down. How is this possible? I mean, I guess we saw Andonauts earlier, but Porky? The kid from Earthbound. Like that Porky, the Earthbound one. the kid from Earthbound. We're talking about the kid from Earthbound, right? The dickhead piece of shit who stole my helicopter, the dude who tried to destroy the entire planet. Oh, okay, wait, no, this actually makes a lot of sense. This whole time, the true mastermind, the man pulling all of the strings behind the curtains, is Porky Minch. You know, the fat kid that bullied Ness. Well, oh my god. We have 0 leads as to where we're supposed to go next, and Porky wants to meet with us, so fuck it, sure. I got nothing better to do, and I guess Porky wants to meet with us at his city? Porky does not have a city. This motherfucker has a city. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to our final destination. You know, maybe I'm just tweaking. You know, maybe it's a completely different Porky. He just has the same name, and yeah, there's the statue. Oh my god, I think I died and went to hell. There's a diner ran by a bunch of robot clones of his mom. An arcade where Thomas, remember Thomas? Yeah, apparently he is, quote, totally owning at this game right now. You tell him, Thomas. And a movie theater where, hey, I had no idea Porky was a Chargy fan. We try to take a seat to watch the movie, but unfortunately, there is a stink bug that was in the seat. Why is this important? Because it pisses off Boney and he chases after it. Oh, shit. Well, our dog is officially missing, but you know what? What better time than now to take a field trip to the shit-filled sewers? You know, I really am starting to get some deja vu. After a couple battles with Putrid Moldy Man, we eventually find our way to some mysterious abandoned hotel. The vibe is suddenly strange. Trash bags line the halls, each door sealed shut, not a noise coming from inside. Where we are, this place has been long forgotten to time. Making our way up the stairs, we eventually find Boney. Thanks for the quick heart attack, asshole. And as we enter the room behind him, we find Letter, one of the many Tasmili villagers, standing chained to the floor, trapped within the confines of this very room. And, okay, listen, throughout this incredibly long journey, I'm talking all 3 of these games, we've bared witness to a lot of exposition, a lot of crazy reveals, and a lot, and I mean a lot, of lore. But right here, right now, in the confines of this very room, is an exposition dump so ridiculous, so bullshitty, so out of left field, that even sitting here right now recording this video, I am blown away by how out of the realm of sensibility you have to be to even think of a fucking plot like this. And so I'm not going to summarize shit here. I'm not going to give you the bullet points. We are going to sit down and I'm going to read you everything he tells Lucas, word for word. Yes, it is me, Letter, the bell ringer. It must be a real shock to hear me speaking for once, but the secrets I've been guarding are now starting to leak out. Lucas, the time has come to tell you everything. Long ago, there existed a world. A world different from what the people on these islands think of. This world was incredibly big. At some point, the world wound up destroyed. Naturally, it was humans who destroyed it. Just before the end of the world, a white ship came to these islands. On it were all the people of Tazmily Village. Yes, aboard the white ship were those few who had managed to escape the world. And although they're part of the world, these Nowhere Islands are a special place. They were the one place that would remain, even if the world was lost. Those who came here aboard the white ship feared another end of the world more than anything else. The people of the white ship discussed things at great length. They shared their wisdom and spoke with grave seriousness. And then they arrived at their conclusion. They decided to completely erase everyone's memories of the previous world and start their lives over with new rules and new roles. Yes, in short, everyone would play out the ideal story that they had come up with. However, it was necessary to record the fact that the memory replacement had taken place. The hummingbird egg was the device used to store the memories of the white ship people. And there was one other thing. Me. It was essential that one person retain memory of the previous world to sort of keep watch over things. My name, Letter, comes from the word leader. No, that doesn't mean I was anyone special. It was just that I was particularly taller than the others. Truthfully, we had no idea how Tazmily Village would turn out, but things actually went rather well. The people who had arrived on the white ship had fully taken to their new identities. It was when a person by the name of Porky stumbled upon these islands that everything started to go amok. It seems he used a time distorter machine to travel through time and space at will. However, he was apparently shut out from all other times and spaces and tumbled into this era and these islands. Even worse, he used his time distorter to bring many people from other eras here. The pig masks, as well as everyone in New Pork City, were all brought here and brainwashed by Porky. Porky eventually learned the white ship's secret because of a traitor among the Magypsies. This traitor was Locria, the 7th Magypsy, and the only one you haven't met yet. We have to put a stop to Porky's antics. If we don't, the world will be completely destroyed again, and it will spell the true end for everything. For Porky, that might be the ultimate pleasure, but we cannot allow it to happen. Lucas, you were once a weak, fragile boy, but now you've been given a tremendous role to fulfill. Now that you know everything, including everything I'm sure you'd rather not know, the time has come for you to save the future of all life as we know it. God won't make you bear more than you can carry. Know that you aren't fighting alone. Everyone, and I do mean everyone, will lend you their support. Please, Lucas, be the one who pulls the final needle. Our mission is clear. The destruction of Tazmily, the pain in our father, the loss of our brother, and the death of our mother. All roads lead to Porky Minch. Alright, can we please get out of the sewers? I don't know why we keep entering locations that smell like poop. Speaking of poop, Dickhead showed up again. Yay, Facade is back. Now with, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 horns. Yes, Facade, the horns were the problem. You already know exactly how this went. We kick his ass and he finally actually dies this time, falling into the sewage which, like, I couldn't think of a more fitting end to his character. Now, with nothing left to stand in our way, it is time to raid the Empire Porky building. Let's cause some havoc! All right, Porky, it's time for you to meet your maker. That is not Porky. So, you know that thing that elevators do where you tell them the floor you want to go to and then it takes you to that floor? Yeah, so the elevator just didn't do that. Due to some circuitry error or something like that. I don't know. I'm not a fucking nerd. We are currently standing on the 24th floor. So, you know, not really where we want to be. This also just so happens to be a concert hall where DCMC is performing. Now, I know this is probably not the best time to get sidetracked. Oh, yeah, son. There we go. Look at these dudes. They're rocking out. They're killing it, man. I love this. Duster's got his afro on. They're shredding the bass and... You know, I still thought the performance was pretty cool. All right, Porky, it's time to... This still does not feel right. Okay, so apparently we're on the hippo pool floor. The hippo pool floor. You know, I don't know why I thought this was going to be an easy in and out type of situation. That chimera has a rocket for a mouth. I'm really starting to question the practicality of some of these again. Like, I just don't understand why you would add a hippo floor. Okay, Porky, now we can... Oh, Jesus Christ, what is this? Welcome to the, Yeah, I think we're just gonna keep moving. Isn't Porky like 13 years old? Okay, finally, this floor actually looks promising. Oh, wait, no, never mind. We're on the toilet floor. Why do we have a toilet floor? Does everybody just go to the same level when they need to take a shit? Who is using this one? Oh, for big people. Yeah, thanks. I was confused on that one. Like, there's no way anyone is actually using these... Okay, now this is just really awkward. This one has the ghosts from the castle in it. They don't look very comfortable. Knock, knock, knock. Is anyone in this one? You know, I almost forgot about that guy. You know, now I kind of need to pee. All right, let me guess. This isn't the 100th. Oh my god. It's Locria's house. The 7th Magypsy. Maybe we can talk to her. This is great. Maybe she can show us where it is. We are never going to talk about what we just saw. This next floor is actually pretty silly. It's a whole construction site where we ram into the workers and use them as bridges. I guess OSHA doesn't exist in Porkyland either. But hey, at least this floor actually has some enemies, such as rhino missiles. Okay, dude. This is the worst monster design I have ever witnessed in my 21 years on this planet. You know, I've noticed that every single Mother game has a section where all of the NPCs are trapped inside of spooky alien goo. Like, there aren't even aliens in this one. Well, hey, at least we're done with the elevators. Maybe that means we're getting close to the top, or we're playing a game show. We're going to play a game show. Hello, robot clone of Porky. You look incredibly punchable. All right, so here's the deal. Apparently, Porky can only meet with people who are deemed as friendly and non-threatening enough to talk to him, which... I mean, I feel like we don't even need to test that, but whatever, because this section's actually pretty awesome. We play a bunch of game show mini games against Robot Porky, and basically, we have to let him win, but we also can't lose enough where it's obvious that we lost, so we kind of have to tread this really, really fine line, or else he just gets super duper pissed off. And it's not as easy as you would think, especially considering the fact that this robot fucking blows. But eventually, we succeed in not succeeding, and with Lucas deemed as fit to meet with Master Dumbass, we finally, after fighting one more robot, of course, we finally enter a hallway, and a familiar theme begins to play. Mother Earth is the main theme for Mother 1. The first song you ever hear when launching this series echoes through the walls of this spacious hallway. A song that hasn't played since the very, very beginning of this incredibly long journey now rings through the ears of Lucas and his friends. As we take these steps towards our inevitable finale, I almost find it beautiful how this song, in its own creative way, signifies the beginning of the end. After a quick boat ride down memory lane where Porky has just brought a bunch of fucking random ass Earthbound sprites, finally, there are no more roads left to climb. There's no more battles left to fight. It is time to face Porky Minch. So do you just have like a closet full of clones, or like what's going on here? Whatever, bang, bang, bang. Oh my god, they keep coming. Thankfully, through the help of fucking DCMC showing up, holy shit, this game really did just turn into Earthbound. They fight off the rest of the Porky clones, and finally, for real this time, we can face Porky Minch. How the hell did you get here? I like how this implies that all of these motherfuckers played the Porky game show. It would have been so funny if they just actually died there. Well, welcome to the party, Flint. Oh, wait, never mind. He wants to go by himself. Why are we letting him do that? Flint, where are you, Flint? We're getting really close to the end of the game here. I seriously can't take any more life-altering revelations. Making our way through the depths of the underground, it doesn't take long before we reunite with our father. Yet, something has changed. He kneels there on the floor, sunken and defeated, motionless, as the worst of his fears had become reality. Flint can't move. Motionless and on his knees, his head spinning in an absolute state of shock and fear. He can't help but ask. I don't know why he's obeying this Porky guy. But as a father, I've finally found the son I've lost. Lucas, be happy. I've finally found your brother. We leave Flint for now, continuing our journey forward, eventually coming face to face with Porky Minch. Scared of how close we are to approaching the final goal, he decides that he's done letting us play this twisted game. Porky laughs over Klaus, unable to believe that his personal monster even has a name. For Klaus, is no longer human. He is Porky's personal robot. Not even a fragment of life remains inside of that body. It acts on Porky's will alone. So for one final time, we battle Porky. It's a long and difficult battle. Porky explains that he's gone through so much space and time that he's stopped aging like a normal human being. At this point, he could be 1,000, maybe even 10,000 years old. The boy's mind has been destroyed, so deeply set into his own world of insanity that nothing matters anymore. But we fight on, destroying his robot spider bed thingy and forcing him to resort to his ultimate, final weapon. A device capable of absolute safety and protection. As he enters the capsule, our attacks are useless. Nothing can breach past its walls. Porky can't be defeated. Okay, but here's the thing. Suddenly, Andonauts phases into frame because apparently Porky just made the biggest blunder of his entire life. Okay, so apparently the Absolute Safety Capsule, that's the name, by the way, that was built and developed by Dr. Andonauts, he forgot to mention to Porky the fact that it's so absolutely safe that once you enter it, you are stuck inside of it for the rest of eternity. Well, Porky, it was fun while it lasted. Look, he even starts rolling him around for fun. That has got to be the most pathetic way a person can ever go out. And with Porky finally gone, as we make our way through the final halls of this journey, with one single needle left, there is only one man left that Lucas must face. Everything fell apart. Dear Flint, just like you said they would, the children have been running around the mountains and fields tirelessly since the moment we arrived. Klaus is as daring and full of energy as ever, while Lucas is still a bit coddled, but neither of them seem tired of playing at all. My father seems sad to say goodbye to his grandkids after seeing them for the first time in so long, but we should be home by this evening. I had forgotten how nice the refreshing mountain air is. You're always covered in the smell of sheep back in Tasmili village, so I really wish you could have been here to take in this air. The next time we visit, let's ask one of our neighbors to tend to the sheep so we can all come up here as a family. Klaus, Lucas, and I were always thinking about you. When we get home this evening, I'll even start cooking your favorite dinner right away. With love, your dearest, Hinawa. From somewhere, you heard someone call your name. The man before our eyes, the masked man, a soulless, emotionless robot, a husk of the boy we once knew. This man is not our brother. And yet, for some reason, Lucas couldn't attack. As our health drains and we continue to take hit after hit after hit, Lucas doesn't fight back. We heal and we guard. The man before our eyes, the soulless killing machine built for the sake of ending humanity as we know it. Lucas couldn't attack. It was Hinawa's voice. It failed to reach the masked man. There's anger in his movements, frustration and confusion. Lucas continues to shield and the masked man continues to fight. He isn't our brother. He isn't that boy. The masked man's attack dealt major damage to Flynn. He's confused. He's angry. He isn't Klaus. This man isn't Klaus. He can't be Klaus. Klaus is dead. Klaus has died. He's not Klaus. The masked man attacks. Lucas felt heartbroken. The masked man gazed at Lucas. The masked man shut his eyes. Lucas wanted to cry. The masked man looked around as if searching for something. The masked man removes his mask. His face looked just like Lucas's. It was Klaus. Klaus fired an intense bolt of lightning. Lucas's Franklin badge reflected the lightning back. Klaus staggered towards Lucas. Klaus embraced Lucas. Lucas remembered Klaus's smell. Your life and the lives of all who believe in you. Will you put it all on the line and pull the final needle? As the final screen sits before our eyes, an endless void now fills the once vibrant island view. And yet, everything will be okay. Suddenly, I'm able to move. It's a miracle, a real miracle. This void isn't a void at all, it's an empty room, and everyone is here. And it's then when I realized that at this moment, I'm not Lucas. I'm me. As I continue through the void, voice after voice thanks me for the world we once destroyed can finally be born anew. As we leave this new world behind, in our final moments of this journey, one last voice, a once weak and scared voice, now strengthened by the help of his friends and his love and his family, thanks us. For the world is saved, and everything will be okay. Oh my god. I'm gonna keep this last section brief. I've taken up plenty of your time already. For anybody wondering, this script is 112 pages. Oh my fucking god. I've been recording for 7 hours. When I first started this series back in 2024, before I shot a single shot, before I wrote a single script, I sat down and I played the entire Mother franchise. First was Earthbound. It was simple, yet a charming and imaginative take on the JRPG genre that I knew I could easily make a nice and fun video on. Then there was Mother 1. It's old, and it's definitely a relic of its time, but in the end, I really found that if you take a moment to dive behind the layers of that game and find what it is trying to tell you, it, even in its fucking NES bullshit, has so much meaning. And then I played Mother 3. And I think it might be the best game I've ever played. A story that can make you laugh just as hard as it can make you cry. That final battle against Klaus, the masked man. It's just a sprite in text. Yet, it impacted me harder than any other moment from any game I've played in my life. The feelings and messages it conveys of love and caring for those around you. How family can transcend meaning itself. It is genuinely beautiful. I haven't cried as hard as I cried at the end of this game maybe ever from any piece of media in my life. I mean, seriously, just look at me right here. I'm an absolute disaster.
Good game.
And it's because this game, Mother 3, in its 12 years of development, created an experience so unbelievably indicative of what it means to be loved. Thank you for your patience. I know this video took a while. Hopefully the runtime explains it a bit. It's dark as shit out now. I bet if you scroll back to the very beginning of this video, there's going to be a very obvious change in lighting. Don't worry about that. But finally, our journey through the series has come to a conclusion. We played them all. They're all done. Look at these. I don't know what I'm gonna do with these posters now. By the way, for all the comments that kept asking me where I got these posters, I made them all myself. You can't buy them. I'm sorry. Also, a huge shout out to the Mother 3 tribute project. I'm putting it up on screen right now. They made these renders. They're fucking beautiful. I love you guys. You guys made very incredible work. Seriously, they made an entire remastered trailer for Mother 3, and it might be the greatest YouTube video I've ever seen. Will Mother 3 ever be localized? It's debatable, but it's also irrelevant, because this is a game that has touched so many hearts worldwide from all over the globe that to even say it isn't localized at this point, even though it is true, it doesn't feel true in the slightest, because it has one of the most passionate fan bases that I have ever seen for a video game. And it's thanks to that even without the support of, you know, the official company itself, anyone can experience the beauty of Mother 3. Okay, I'm gonna end it there. Holy shit, I'm so tired.